A follow-up on a story we brought you last month calls for the Springfield School Committee to revisit a policy giving the Springfield Police Department access to live and pre-recorded surveillance video inside public schools.
A subcommittee meeting tonight plans to address those concerns. Western Mass News reporter Lexi Oliver joins us live in Springfield with more. Lexi.
Chris and Jordan, the school committee made that vote back in April of last year without any public participation. People in the school community told us they were upset they weren't given a seat at the table. The Pioneer Valley Project was upset that a majority of parents and students were unaware about this new policy, and they had concerns over privacy, criminalization of students, and police transparency. We spoke with school committee member at large Denise Hurst ahead of tonight's meeting. She tells us it's important for parents to be involved and understand what's happening in the district.
There was very little time for there to be any public input. There was no transparency in the process. It went through subcommittee on April 7th and then immediately landed on the full agenda on April 8th. And if you go back and look, there was quite a bit of discussion that night at the school committee meeting as to what's the impetus to this? Why are we now reviewing this now, and why so quickly? Why so fast? You know, is this something that we could take a look at with more do more due diligence, especially in the wake of us being in the midst of a pandemic, which limited people's opportunity to be present and to hear about what was going on, but also in the midst of a racial reckoning, right? Following the murder of George Floyd and such strained police relations, why would we pass something without necessarily taking into consideration how people were feeling, how it is that we move towards strengthening policing, community policing with our residents?
She says their goal tonight is to provide clarity on the memorandum of agreement, and she hopes they will be able to figure out a way to have a large public forum to hear concerns and get input on what information should go out to families and staff. The meeting will be held in just a few minutes at 6:30 in the boardroom of the school department, and it is open to the public. The Pioneer Valley Project tells us they do plan to have a few members present at tonight's meeting to listen in. Live in Springfield, Lexi Oliver, Western Mass News.